What is going on, you amazing people? Dan here, or LittleDoesMC, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. If yous are, or if yous aren't, hopefully today's video can make your day just that tiny little bit better. But today, what we're going to be doing is something which you guys have been requesting so much. Not specifically making an actual video on it, but you guys wanted to know what kind of mods do I use when I do PvP on Hypixel and Mineplex. Now what I decided to do was tell you what mods I use, go through how they work, what you can do with them, what their features are, and then I will provide you with a download link so you can download all of the files all in one, just to save you the hassle of having to go to each of the individual websites, download the mod, go to another website, download the mod. Only thing which you might need to change is by getting an updated version of the mod. It's not going to not function if you have the outdated version, but just bear that in mind when you are downloading this folder, let's say a year down the line. It should be okay because we are running on 1.8.9. I doubt it's going to get updated very much more. Alright guys, so the first part of the tutorial which I'm going to show you is how you actually install this. So obviously click the link in the description, go to MediaFire, download it, and what you will get will be this. It's a WinRAR file, and inside of it you'll have this folder. Inside of it will be all of the mods. So all you want to do is right click on it, extract here. Now what I'm actually going to have to do is delete this, right click, extract here, and then it will give you this mod folder right here. Now all you have to do if you want to go to install it is hit %appdata%, go into your .minecraft folder, go into your mods folder. If you don't have one, create a folder, call it mods, go into it, and you will drag all of your mods in there. The only reason I have these two is because when you actually launch your game and it launches all the mods, it's going to create these two folders. Now I want to preface that you will need Forge for this, so I will leave a download link for that in the description below as well. For Forge, all you need to do is come to this page. There will be a link provided down in the description below for you. Hit download recommended, install a Windows. It will take you to an ad page. Wait to skip the ad. You will then be given this file here, open it, and then all you need to do is hit install client, hit OK, and it will install it to your .minecraft folder. It doesn't matter which order you do it in, so if you want to put the mods in then install Forge, or if you want to install Forge first then put the mods in, either way is perfectly fine. Only way it's actually going to work is if you have the Forge and the mods at the same time when you actually launch Minecraft. So now you actually have the mods installed, you have Forge installed, and you have launched Minecraft. Remember that when you actually launch it, don't launch into Minecraft 1.8.9. Make sure you click as your Minecraft version being Forge 1.8.9 and then blah de blah, whatever else it's called. So now we're going to get into the interesting part. What mods do I use and what the heck do they actually do? So starting off, we have a mod called AutoTip. Now if you know the thing which you can do in Hypixel where you do /tip all, it'll tip people, you'll get XP, you'll get Hypixel credits, all that kind of stuff. I think that's what you get. But what this mod does is whenever you can actually tip someone, it will just do /tip all automatically for you, so you don't actually have to do it. So if you forget to do it, let's say after an hour or 12 hours or something, it's going to automatically do it for you, which is going to get you free XP, free coins, all that kind of stuff. And it's basically it's not unnecessary. You can remove it from your mods folder if you're not bothered about tipping people, but I've seen a bunch of people using the mod. I just decided to use it and I just left it in there. Alright guys, so the next thing we have is ChatTriggers. Now I'm actually going to have to be in the game for this one. Now basically what this does is it can change how your Minecraft actually looks. Now I will provide a link down below for all of the commands which you can put into your game, which can actually change certain aspects of the game, what happens in your Minecraft chat and all that kind of stuff. Now this isn't something which everyone's going to want to use, it's not going to be something which everyone's going to enjoy using, but it's something which you can give a go. If you want to see what some of these chat triggers do, like I've said, I'll leave a link in the description which give you a bunch of lists of them. It'll tell you what to type in, it'll also tell you what it does. You can experiment with it, you can see if you like it, you can see if you enjoy it, but there is one trigger which I do like especially. Now if you all know the /f on Hypixel, if I show you now, F for list, as you can see my friends list will look a lot different to what yours looks like. Now the reason for this is because I've entered a trigger. Now guys, if you type in the chat /trigger Hypixel friends and you hit enter, obviously since I've entered it, it's not going to work. But if you enter it, and then you do /f list, your friends list will come up like this. Now the way this works is you can hover over here, it'll tell you who is online, who is idle in limbo, and then if we can just go across, there's everyone who's offline, and basically you can party them, you can message them. Let's get someone up who's actually online. So you can party them, you can message them, and that's about it. That's about it. But it also displays the ranks and all that kind of stuff. I know it probably already does that when you do /f, but it is something nice to have if you want to quickly party someone. Let's just use Bolt as an example. Use a mod in the stream, click it and it'll automatically type it out for you to save you having to type it out. So I'm going to use this a lot for when I'm in my streams, because everyone knows I like to invite a lot of people, I like to invite them quickly. I can literally just do that and it will invite them straight away, just like that. Alright guys, so the next mod which we actually have is something which every Minecraft YouTuber, player, anybody who does PvP will use. It is called OptiFine. Now what this does is it can double if not triple your FPS. It gives you options of what you can actually do within your game. So if you go into your options, video settings, as you will see, a lot of more stuff is actually opened up for you. You have details, animations, other, performance, quality, and then you have all the same usual stuff. You can customize it, your details. You can basically just change a lot of stuff in the game to make your game run faster. You could, if you wanted, you can turn all of your animations off, all of your particles. So let's say fire, if you go over to it, the particle is no longer going to be working. If you go back in, turn it on, your particles are now all going to be working again. It's just an easy way to make your FPS a lot more higher. If you struggle to get a good FPS in Minecraft, I highly recommend installing it. Even if you don't want to get any of these mods, go to optifine.net, you can download this mod and it is well worth having. The next mod we have is Orange's 1.7 animations. Now if you don't know what this does, we're being video bombed right now by a viewer. What up Antonio N1. The next mod we have, guys, is Orange's 1.7 animations. Now what this mod does is it brings back all the same animations which we had in 1.7 which did get removed in 1.8. So we're gonna have to go in a game for this one. Alright guys, so we've actually hopped into a single player world. It wasn't working on Hypixel, I just kept getting killed and I couldn't explain what this mod actually does, but this is basically the original animations from 1.7. Obviously a sword, you can right click and left click at the same time. Everything just looks a whole lot smoother. With the bow, it just looks smooth. With your potions, you can now hit while you're actually drinking them, and exactly the same with your golden apple. That is literally all the mod does. It is simply just an animation. It will not give you any in-game advantages. It is literally just there to look cool. I know a lot of people really like the 1.7 animations and aren't too fond of the 1.8 animations, so if you want to download this mod, it is also included within the pack. Really nice, it makes your game look really cool, and yes, just keep in mind it's not going to give you actual in-game advantages. Next mod we have is something called PlayerAPI. Now I can't actually explain it properly. All I know is it's something which I downloaded to make one of these mods work, so it doesn't actually have a real function. Not that I actually know of, but make sure you keep it within your mod pack, otherwise the mods just won't load at all. If you can pinpoint it to what actual mod it's for, then that'd be awesome. But at the moment I have no freaking idea what actual mod it makes work. The next mod I have is a mod called ProjectL. Now I only recently found this through watching, I believe it was Refractions showing off the mods which he used. I saw it, it sounded awesome, so I used it. Basically, if you have crappy ping on servers, it can make your hits register a lot better basically. Not sure if that actually works at all. I feel like my hits have been registering a little bit better. Apparently some people won't be able to see the difference, some people might be able to see the difference, but if you have really bad ping, like I do, I'm from the UK, then be sure to go ahead and use this mod. If you're not too bothered about it because it doesn't really make much of a difference, then feel free to actually remove it from your mod folder. The next mod we actually have is the 5sig mod. So as you can see in the top left hand corner of my screen, I have my FPS showing the IP of the server, the amount of people which in this lobby, my ping, and my CPS. Now my CPS is my clicks per second, so if I click, as you can see, I on average get between 6 to 8 CPS, which is clicks per second obviously. If you go into your options, you hit the 5 zig mod. Obviously you can toggle it on and off. You can change the scale of your mod. I have it on 75 just because that's what I do. You can also customize your display, so obviously I have this as well, which I don't believe I have shown at the moment. But what you can do is, I'm actually going to go into the settings for this thing which I have in the top left hand corner. If you click on items, you can add a new item. You get a bunch of options. Obviously you have your FPS, your CPS, how long you've been away from your computer. If you want to display your coordinates, let's quickly get our coordinates up, and if we move them up, there we go. Obviously if we went off here, as you can see in the top left hand corner, we now have our coordinates, so we move around, they're going to change accordingly to where we are. And it's basically just a really good mod for analysing how much good your FPS is, where you are, what server you're on, how many people are there, what your ping is, what your CPS is. I mainly only use it for checking my clicks per second, my ping and my FPS. That's all I use it for. I also have the IP included just in case people want to actually know what server I'm playing on whenever I'm recording a video or wherever I'm streaming. But overall, it's just a really handy mod for being able to analyse your game more in depth, rather than having to click F3 and say, oh, there's my FPS in the top left hand corner. And this screen's just, I can't look at this screen. Overall, it just looks really good. One more thing is, if you go into your settings, click display options, you can actually change your colour. So the prefix colour, if I change this to blue, that is going to change that on the left to blue. That actually looks pretty sick, but I'm not going to leave it like that. But if that's what you want, you can change the colours of your display. Now, the final mod which I have is the ToggleSneak mod. Now basically what this does is you can toggle on your sneak and you can toggle on your sprint. So I've currently got it bounded to control, so if I press control, obviously you can see in the bottom left hand corner things comes up saying sprinting toggled. That means I've toggled on sprinting and I no longer have to press down the sprint key. I'm just going to automatically sprint on my own. So if you go into your options, your ToggleSneak options, what I've actually done is I have disabled ToggleSneak because I think it is possibly bannable on Hypixel. However, I am 100% certain that enable toggle sprint is not bannable, so we've got that on. The show status on HUD is basically just showing it in the bottom left hand corner, basically letting you know that it is actually on or not. The horizontal HUD location, if I press here, as you can see, let's just press it here, it's appeared in the bottom right hand corner. If we increase the vertical, it is going to move it around as well. Obviously you can now see it is going in the top right hand corner. I'm going to quickly cancel them changes because I'm happy with where it is right now. Enable double tapping, I've got that disabled because I have no idea what it does. Enable fly boosting, I'm actually going to disable that because I've noticed that when I actually try and fly, I can't actually boost around anywhere. So yeah, overall, ToggleSneak is a very handy mod. Really good because I know a lot of PvPers don't want to be distracted by having to actually hold down a binded key, so they have to sprint constantly. It's much more easier coming on, pressing the key and then sprinting round. I just want to mention that every time that you go into a new game, let's say if you click assign to go into solo Skywars, you are going to have to press the key again to toggle on your sprint because it will automatically just turn itself off. So that is actually it, guys. We have covered every single mod which I use when I play Minecraft and do PvP. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to go ahead and smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic day. I want to hear from you guys. If you still want to actually download this mod pack and already use your own mod, let me know down in the comments below with a list of what mods you actually use. Very interested to hear what you PvPers like to use when you play on Hypixel or Mineplex or any other server. I know a lot of people might use the Skull Project mod, some people might just use 5zig, I know a lot of people might just use OptiFine, but it's all down to personal preference, so let me know down in the comment section below. If you want to go and pick yourself up this entire mod pack, I will leave a link down below in the description below along with the Forge mod. I will catch you guys in the next one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Roll the goddamn outro and I will catch you amazing people in tomorrow's goddamn upload. Adios.